Welcome everyone, it's Matt. This week we're going to talk about what to do this week. It's action-packed from November 18th through the 24th. We're going to try to do this in 5 minutes, but honestly, no, I'm going to fail. Too much to talk about. Let's go. So, for Max Monday, we have drilbur. This is going to be incredibly important for this weekend to go against Toxtricity. And if you don't have drilbur, you need to get it Monday the 18th. This is going to be a S tier dynamax that does not get a gigantamax. And because of that, you are going to want to level this up. Drilbur is going to be the top earth unit with a lot of defenses and overall is an absolute beast for dynamax. On Tuesday, we're going to have our first raid day of many, and it will be Nilego. This is going to be a very constant theme for raid week, and honestly, we need more of these themed weeks. Almost all of these units are going to be weak to ground. Very important for Nilego. Definitely one of my favorite Pokemon, just from the looks overall, especially the shiny. For stats, it's above average, but definitely not the most important Pokemon this week to get. And unfortunately, there is a lot of very good Pokemon to get. And with this, we will continue on to Tuesday for Wednesday, which is Tapu Koko. Tapu is going to be weak to ground and poison. On the normal raid Wednesdays, and I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed that Tapu Koko's on Wednesday. I'd rather have any of the other Pokemon this week on Wednesday, but that's how they did put it. And all in all, we will have to accept that. But Thursday is one of the more important Pokemon, and to be quite honest, Thursday, Friday, and the weekends, there are super important to go. Thursday is Origin Form Dialga. Weak to fighting and ground. The stats are very good. It is a top tier Pokemon, but more importantly, to more focus on what type of charge moves it has. The charge move that really matters is Roar of Time. This is a super special move that you can have a chance to get. I believe it's around 15 to 20%. But it's only a chance to get, and actually it might be only 10% the more I think about it, so I do apologize. With the Roar of Time, it extends the duration of select items. It extends it by 360 seconds or 6 minutes. This duration costs 5 Dialga candy plus 5,000 Stardust. The 5 candy is relatively low, but you do want to farm this candy. This affects incense, most importantly, daily adventure incense, star piece, and lucky egg. And so, for the price of 5 candy and 5,000 stardust, you can add 6 minutes to the daily adventure incense in order to get your Galarian birds, especially if you're trying to go for shinies. This is by far the best way to do it, to extend it. It does tend to get expensive, as you do need 50 candy for basically every hour that you extend. You are looking at 50,000 stardust for every hour. So it is not cheap, but it is something that is very useful. Then on Friday, we have the other incredibly useful Pokemon, Origin Form Palkia. This one is the first one that's not weak to ground, but once again, it is very nice that they did give this to us. It is Dragon and Fairy week, but the more important thing is its super special ability, which is Spatial Rend. This is incredibly useful during community days, especially if you've got or any other time that you really want to double your distance for being able to catch Pokemon. And for this is just incredibly helpful and useful overall for being able to use this, especially if you're trapped. Like, I tend to be doing something on Tuesday nights, and so I'll use Origin Form Palkia if I want to try to catch more Pokemon in the region. And overall, it's 5 candy for 5,000 Stardust, and it does last 10 minutes, so it is less costly to use than Dialga, but overall, they are both incredibly useful. If you do not have Spatial Rend, you do need to try and farm this unit as much as you can on Friday. For this weekend, we have 2 very important raids for 5 stars that I will be going incredibly hardcore for. The first one is Primal Groudon, the best ground attacker in the game. You are going to want to bring water and ground to Groudon. Primals are more challenging. These are going to be 6 stars. They're not going to be as hard as Gigantamax raids, but they still will require more people than most 5 stars. I would say 8 to 10 is going to be needed. And if you can't, if your units are even neutral to ground, they can be one shot, let alone if they have any type of weaknesses. What you're going to be looking for is a 3261 to 3372 CP or 44,215 CP if it is weather boosted. Overall, those are the primal stats. The max CP here, these are definitely the strongest units in the game. And when I put that in plural, the other one is Kyogre. Personally, if you had to rank one over the other, I would honestly say Kyogre is slightly more potent to Groudon, but I love Groudon more, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on Groudon. But Kyogre is by far the best water attacker in the game. Incredibly powerful, and I think the difference between Kyogre and Primal Kyogre is even stronger than Groudon to Primal Groudon. All in all, though, the Kyogre or Groudon are going to be absolutely fantastic to try and farm up against. But we will also have Toxtricity. This will be a Dynamax and Gigantamax Pokemon that you can go against. In the description down below, I will put up my Toxtricity video as well to help prepare for this. Really, to prepare, you're going to want a drilbur, which is going to be on Monday. And it is incredibly weak to ground. This is a Pokemon that you should be able to beat Gigantamax with a team of 8 if you communicate really well. And if you're really good at these battles and you communicate well, I can definitely foresee a team of 4 defeating this as well. Now, what's special this week is that Monday through Thursday this week, the remote raid pass limit is increased to 20, and this is absolutely insane for how much remote raids that we're going to be going this week. And I do know that I'm going to be going through my coins like crazy because I cannot make to any of the raid days, so I'm going to try to remote raid as much as I can this week. Friday through Sunday, there will be no limit on remote raids, so for Primals, if you're going to save up for it, I do think you should get this special rend and the other special attack first, then you go after the Primals. Only because spatial rend specifically is just so useful, and extending items as well, length items, is just so much more useful overall, even though the Primals are by far the strongest units. So with that, there's also Toxel is hatchable from 10-kilometer eggs, including the new shiny. You can get increased chance to get rare Candy XL from challenging Dynamax Drilbur on Monday, November 18th. I didn't do any raids today, Sunday, in order for me to be able to do some additional raids on November 18th, because I need XLs. Actually, everybody needs XLs. And there will be event-themed collection challenges and field research tasks to get Toxo Candy and XL Candy, which will be useful if you are going for the Gigantamax. If you get this special ticket, you will also have Encounter with Toxtricity, 5 free raid passes, increased chance of hatching Toxel from the 10-kilometer eggs, which, to be honest, is probably the lowest reward out of all of them, but it's the best way to get a Toxel shiny. So if you're hunting for shinies, that's going to be probably the best way other than just pure grind. 6 special trades per day with reduced cost for trades, which is good because my friend list here for special trades is getting to the point where I absolutely need this. I think I'm up to 20. We also have half egg distance and 2x candy for catching Pokemon, and a higher chance to encounter shiny Pokemon during the weekend. So overall, this weekend, unlike the previous couple of weekends or weeks even, is absolutely jam-packed. I will try to get even more specific details for the Go Fest this weekend, and I do know that at this point I'm in the 10-minute time frame, but there's just too much to put in for a 5-minute video. So, as always, please like and subscribe, but more importantly, I promise to do better next video. Thank you, and have a great day.